What's up, YouTube? It's Eric, a Lions fan. Thanks for clicking on this video. Welcome to my weekend ramble series, guys, where I sit here and push beer and sports right out of the way. I turn on the camera and I sit here and I talk to you guys. Now, if it's your guys' first time coming across my channel, in this video, I guess, is kind of what it would be, the first time clicking on any of my content. This is my weekend ramble series, where I talk about things that are particularly interesting to me, may not be interesting to you. I also blog about Detroit Lions, Detroit Tigers sports, Michigan and Michigan State football and basketball, and my weekend ramble series, where I just like I said before, it's my vlogging series. So if you guys don't like these kind of videos, or if you don't like me, and I know people don't like me, just come over here onto the right-hand side. I hope I'm pointing to the right-hand side. Come over here to the right-hand side and click on another creator, whether it's me or not. We all appreciate your views. Every creator appreciates your views, and we all kind of like to viewing our content. I'm going to go ahead and put that right there, guys, because this is like the fourth or fifth time I've had to do this video. Right now, I'm heading to my parents' house. Oh, before I get into this in here too far, give it a thumbs up if you like this video. Give it a thumbs down if you do not. Please consider hitting that subscribe button, and make sure you guys hit that bell notification so you guys get more videos just like this one. All right, here, guys, I'm going to dig into my video here. I'm just headed over to my parents' house. I usually do this every Sunday, where I just kind of go over, kind of hang out with my parents just for a little bit if they need help with something, or if it's just for Sunday dinner. Today is Sunday, by the way. If it's just for Sunday dinner, just going over there, just appreciating my family, because I still have both my parents still around. And a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, I know some people don't necessarily have a good relationship with their parents. I have a good relationship with, excuse me, I have a good relationship with my parents. I like going over there all the time. My parents are getting older, obviously. They really can't do much. Are starting to kind of wind down into life, getting into their senior years, and I do really appreciate them. I kind of want to have them stick around as long as I can, so that's the reason why I kind of go over there quite a bit, usually every Sunday. Try to do it every Sunday. There's times where I just can't do it, but if you guys are a big family guy like me, I'm big on family. I just appreciate going over there, hanging out with them, having Sunday dinner, if they even have Sunday dinner. Sometimes they just don't have Sunday dinner. Sometimes I just go over there and just like hanging out with them. Like I said, I have a good relationship with my parents. I know some people don't have a very good relationship with their parents. I just don't know when they're going to be gone. Could be tomorrow. My parents, or my mother, or my father, or even my sister could be gone the next day. So I really do appreciate the time that I have with them. And I kind of gone on to kind of live for today, that sort of thing. Never take anything granted, because you might be gone the next day, or as I'm doing this video, I might get in a car accident or something like that. Something might happen. You know, I don't want to be kind of that morbid person, but things like that happen in life, and it happens every day in life, where something tragic happens to somebody. So I don't want this to be a kind of a downer video, but I really do kind of appreciate my family and getting the opportunity to come over here every Sunday, or try to do it almost every Sunday, to see my parents. So I'm going to go ahead and get off that soapbox now here, guys. But if you're a big family guy like me, you appreciate the time with your family. So not really a lot has gone on this month. Actually, this last week, since I did the last weekend ramble, pretty much just the same thing. I've been on a couple of dates. Nothing has kind of actually really kind of merged, or I say merged, goodness, Eric, come on. Nothing has really happened or developed or anything like that. There was one date I went on actually last Sunday, and while the date went well, we just didn't, either one of us never really clicked. So it wasn't that big of a not that big of a heartbreaking kind of deal, or I say heartbreaking, but when you're on dates and you kind of get rejected, and I already kind of touched on this in the last couple of weekend rambles. You go into a date, you get rejected, it kind of feels bad. It does, it feels bad. Even though if the date didn't necessarily go as you had planned, or you didn't feel a connection with somebody, you still don't kind of want to be rejected. I guess that's kind of the thing. But I always appreciate the lady that I'm seeing, or that I have the potential to see, kind of come up to me and say, "Hey, Eric, I didn't really necessarily feel anything. I think we should go separate ways." Totally fine. I'm fine with that. It makes no guessing games or anything like that, or anything beyond that. I wish the first date I kind of went on with a lady, I guess it was kind of like last month, where the 6-beer lady, I'm going to go ahead and put her like that. I wish I probably would have reached out to her and said, you know what, probably not working. I kind of ended up not messaging her anymore, and I really shouldn't have done that. It was really a shitty thing to do, to not not contact her and at least tell her that I wasn't interested anymore. The last date before the coffee date, I'm going to call her the coffee date lady, was the one which I knew 20 years ago. And I don't know if I necessarily put this out there on the last week's or even last 2 weeks weekend ramble, is really kind of what it was. I'll get right back here, guys. I'm crossing a major highway here. Anyway, to kind of get back to what I was saying here about the second date, I knew this lady before. Back, goodness, I think it's been about 20 years ago. We kind of knew each other. We knew of each other. I'll go ahead and put it like that. We weren't really like friends or anything like that. We were kind of in passing. We kind of liked each other here and there. And that's pretty much where the relationship kind of ended. Fast forward 20 years to 3 weeks ago. I'm guessing it was probably 3 weeks ago, almost a month ago. I kind of put out there on Facebook that I was kind of ready to start dating again. I hate being single. Some of the people that are on my YouTube channel here probably and are subscribed to my my Facebook page kind of know what I'm talking about here. I know a lot of my classmates are subscribed to my YouTube channel. I don't know actually how many actually watch these, but anyway, kind of going back to the video. She kind of reached out to me on Facebook Messenger and she said, "Hey Eric, if you're kind of willing to stick it out with a lady that's independent and has kids, I would really like starting to see you." I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah, I would really like to do that." So we went out on the first date, went to a kind of a little bar and grill, grabbed drinks, grabbed dinner, had great conversation. I'm not going to say, I shouldn't use the word great. We had really good conversation. I'll go ahead and put it that way. Had good conversation. There wasn't really any kind of a dull point where kind of nothing was said or anything like that, because you kind of get that awkwardness on a first date where you're trying to feel somebody out, and you have that from time to time. But yeah, it was a really good day. I thought it was good. I think it was the next day, I kind of messaged her. I told her I kind of really liked the date, and I wondered if she was up for a second date. She said she was. I was like, great. And I knew she was busy, and she had some issues contacting me and whatnot. I guess she does a lot of her work and a lot of contacts through her phone here. And she kind of said, yeah, I'm really interested to, I want to do this sort of thing. I'd like to go back out on a second date, and kind of paraphrasing here. And I said, great. Later in the week, I'll get a hold of you and see how your schedule is. Okay. So a couple of days go past. I kind of contacted her, no response. I can't remember exactly what I said, but I was like, I think I was kind of trying to get some conversation to kind of tell her kind of where I wanted to go next time. And another kind of one that came out, and I said, I hope you're having a good day, blah, blah, blah. No contact. Second time. Third contact, I go, and this was, I think this was the Friday, 3 Fridays ago. I told her, I hope I'm not coming on too strong. I really did like you, and I hope to hear from you soon. No contact again. I kind of take it as I'll use the term being ghosted, kind of being 42 years old, being ghosted, and it kind of, I don't know, it made me more confused than it did anything else, because I was thinking, well, I reached out to her, she wanted a second date, and then kind of cut off all communication or anything like that. Now, I don't know if something came up, or if something like detrimental with her family or something came up, or she just didn't necessarily want to, didn't want to go out on a second date again, and that's perfectly fine with me. I would just, I guess, more confused more than anything is kind of how I was. I would just like to say, if I'm contacting someone and I kind of had second thoughts on it, I would just kind of appreciate, hey, Eric, I had second thoughts, or, I don't, something, at least kind of tell me that either something's came up or you're not interested anymore. Perfectly fine with that. Perfectly fine with that. But kind of the no contact kind of deal kind of puts a little bit, I don't know, it kind of makes me have a little bit of bad taste in my mouth a little bit. Like I said, the date went well. We went on a second date, and then no other conversation happens after that. And I tried to reach out to her 3 times to initiate conversation, and nothing ever happened. So I'm just chalking it up to she had second thoughts. She didn't want to have another date, which is perfectly fine. Like I said, perfectly fine. I would just, in this day and age, being 42, and maybe it was something I said here too that maybe she had reservations on, but didn't, and I don't know what that thing particularly was, but maybe she had reservations. Maybe I said some, and maybe she didn't want to hurt my feelings or anything like that. But if you're having, second thoughts, or you didn't want to go out on a second date, perfectly fine to tell me. You're not gonna, my feelings may be here. I was gonna say you're not gonna hurt my feelings. My feelings may be hurt a little bit, yes. But at the end of the day, I would really appreciate, I have more respect for you to kind of tell me that you're not interested, or you didn't want to go on a second date or anything like that. And to kind of just leave it at that. And I will respect you much, much more than being ghosted and not initiating any other contact past that. But maybe that's the way dating is now in 2019. I'm a little bit older. I still have a little bit of old school values, I guess. If you're not interested in somebody, just tell me you're not interested. And being that I'm older here too, that kind of probably has something to do with it. So that's my dating life as of thus far. No dates, no further dates, kind of no girlfriend kind of sort of thing. Still living that single life, I guess I'll say. I guess the last point I kind of want to make here is the weight loss. I'm getting a little discouraged here on my weight loss. I will perfectly admit that I am not anywhere near where I kind of want to be, but I kind of attribute to that is my diet. My diet sucks. I fully admit my diet sucks. I'm probably not as vigorous in my exercising like I should do. I go to the gym. I walk for 40 minutes, try to do a vigorous walk for 40 minutes. But my diet sucks, guys. I will perfectly admit my diet sucks. I've been trying to introduce more protein into my diet, and less carbs like breads and pastas and things like that. Even though I like pasta and I like bread, I just been trying to kind of cut that out of my diet here, and it's been very, very hard because a lot of things have a lot of carbs in it, and it's really hard. I don't want to just eat salads or kind of be. I kind of use this term like be like a rabbit. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to have to sit here and have to think about what I'm going to eat or anything like that. I know portion control is a big thing of it too. My portions are usually pretty big. I will admit I'm a big man, guys. I'm, like I said, you guys know this. I'm close to 300 pounds if I'm not 300 pounds. So eating to me is trying to go down to smaller portion sizes is very, very hard for me to do. And it's just a kind of thing that I'm gonna have to do if I really want to see weight loss. I may have to go a little bit more vigorously on kind of, instead of walking, maybe to kind of do jogging as far as I can go. Slow down, catch my breath, start jogging again, that sort of thing. With it turning cold, like today's not, I think it's supposed to get in the low 50s today here on this October day, kind of sunny October day. It's going to be hard to kind of get outside, kind of exercise, all that sort of stuff, because I like exercising outside more than I do. I like being inside only because I'm an outdoor person, but it's going to be really kind of hard to kind of mix all those elements in here to try to get some weight loss on. I know I can do it. It's just a matter of putting the discipline in and actually getting to do it. Now, I've half-assed my weight loss thing for far too long. It's kind of starting to creep into my health stuff because I got high blood pressure, and being a 300-pound man just doesn't bode well for your hypertension, and you're creeping into diabetes, type 2 diabetes area when you're at this weight. I just don't want to end up like my uncle. My uncle was a very large man. I probably have done this kind of talk before. My uncle was a large man. He ended up passing away. We think he had a brain aneurysm. That's kind of actually what it was. I apologize for the bumpy ride, or the bumpy camera here too, guys. Anyway, my uncle was a large man. I think he ended up having a brain aneurysm, much larger than I am. He was a pretty big man, much larger than I am. I am really actually sad. Every time I kind of think about it, it kind of makes me sad a little bit, because I do wish he was still kind of here. I love my uncle very much. I love all my aunts and uncles. But yeah, kind of seeing him in that state and seeing him in the casket. And my mom actually said to me, this has been, goodness, how long has he been passed away now? I think 5 years ago. I think it's been that. My mom goes, Eric, you really ought to think about your size and all that, because you've possibly could end up like your uncle here in this casket. So I don't want to die early. I don't want to be in my 50s and die early. I mean, that sucks. But anyway, I didn't really mean this to be kind of a downer kind of video, guys. I just really gotta clamp down, portion control, exercise, and not have anything that has a whole shitload of carbs in it. Oh Jesus, there that went. Sorry about that, guys. Let me kind of put it right back over to here. There we go. But oh, goodness, and I'm right up here at my turn here too. My goodness, I'll be right back here, guys. I'm gonna get this readjusted. There we go. Anyway, I think I was talking about weight loss. I right at the end of my weight loss. Anyway, kind of being at the point of, I really got to kind of do portion control, not have so many carbs. Probably would be a good idea to quit or drinking way less. I like, you guys know, if you guys watch the beer content, I do beer reviews, all that sort of stuff. But even after my off hours, I still like to socialize, and then I like to have an alcoholic drink or something like that. Maybe cutting that out maybe a little bit. Maybe even possibly even just going sober, even though I don't think I'm an alcoholic or anything like that, or having those kind of tendencies. But possibly drinking, cutting out alcohol would probably really lower my weight as well. As you guys know, I'm a big macro drinker. Having that, it's kind of like liquid corn you're kind of drinking. It puts weight on, and the alcohol probably adds to that, puts weight on, that sort of thing. So, yeah, that's pretty much it on the weight loss. Not really a whole lot other to say than, I just got to clamp down here. So, anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here. I think my goodness, I'm almost at 20 minutes here. Right here I'm sure I'm going to edit it down here and whatnot, but it says 18:51 going on 19 minutes. My goodness, I think this is the longest weekend ramble that I've done. I've actually kind of sat here and talked since I'm almost to my parents' house. Actually, I'm probably about 5 miles away from my parents' house, and the drive's about a 20 mile drive from my house to my parents' house. Goodness, I can't believe I kind of talked this long. So anyway, guys, if you got something to say down in the comments, go ahead and put it right down there in the comments. I really would appreciate you guys. Maybe even based off your experiences. I like kind of reading people's stories. I know other people kind of like this kind of content. Maybe you might not like this kind of content, and that's perfectly fine with that. But if you guys like this, oh goodness, here we go again. There we go. I'm going to kind of just stick it right here. If you guys kind of like this kind of content, give it a thumbs up. If you like this content, give it a thumbs down. If you do not, guys, also consider hitting that subscribe button, and make sure you guys hit that bell notification so you guys get more videos just like this one. All right, guys, I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Deuces. Take care, guys.